Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the second part of this ECPC San Diego club fitting experience. Didn't have enough time on the first video to do the putter. So we're gonna go in the putting lab and get one dialed up, show you some of the technology they use to get or fit tour players, see some numbers, and see what putter we come up with, because I'm kind of excited about this. I've been putting well, but I want to see one, or see a putter that maybe a little more optimized than what I'm using. Anyway, let's go get fit for a putter. Let's go get fit for a putter, and let's go. All right guys, Nick, he's gonna fit me and look at my putting, tear it down, build it up, who knows, but this is the putter.
I may not build it up, I'll tear it down for sure.
This is the putter that I've been using. Y'all see, just absolutely crushing it. So we're gonna try to get something that's similar to this in looks. They might not be look-wise, but roll-wise, feel-wise, this is what we're trying to build right here, ish.
Bingo.
So
I wouldn't worry yourself over that.
I might not show a lot of this fitting, maybe I will, who knows. But look at all the numbers, data, angles, derivatives, math that we're gonna see on this putter strike. So it's gonna be kind of cool. Sand Putt Lab.
Yeah, so it's something that a lot of guys use. Is this thing
gonna stroke my putter for it, or stroke my putt for me?
It doesn't quite do that, but it will tell me how you're stroking the ball, which is what we care about. So the interesting thing about putting is that, yeah, we can come up with a lot of data, but ultimately, there's some data that's more important than others. There's some data that's a little esoteric, doesn't make much of a difference. And there's some pieces of data that are hugely important that are going to have a direct correlation to whether you make putts or not.
Let's go.
You can see in 3D this little guy swinging back and forth, and it can tell exactly the dynamics of the head, how it's moving, dynamic lofting through impact, face angled impact.
Y'all get that? Because kind of went up and over this head of mine.
Yeah, I'll try to translate it to a lower level for you.
13 on spin mirror dead straight.
Yep.
Same not left. He's dead center. Golf's easy.
So far, so good. Left edge. There we go. And there we go. Very nice, George. There's a little bit heelward of the center grab to get the putter, and so those putters do like to rotate. And you have rotate
again. LOL.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here's putt number 2.
Yep.
Missed the first one left, and this one just goes a hair off that line, but still not enough to make the putt miss. But as you were saying about
your putter. Yeah. Well, just looking at an overview of your stroke shape, right? You putt in an arc and you have some face rotation, which is a perfectly valid way to do it. We see a lot of tour guys that do it, and usually they typically like the feel, and they do well with putters that have a little bit more of a toe hang.
Yeah.
And yours does as well. Yours has a crank neck hosel, which gives it basically the center of gravity of the head is a little bit offset to the shaft, so those putters do like to rotate. Toe kind of opens and closes like a gate. This is what you do, so the putter matches you very well. The key though is you want to find a feel and a rotation, a tempo and a timing that allows you to square the face and impact. I mean, basically that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
So no matter what no matter what kind of style you're using, if the putting, like if someone walks up and goes, yeah, I don't like the way your stroke looks, but you're delivering the face angle within a certain deviation impact, you're going to putt well, and it doesn't matter what that person's saying.
Yep.
On the other hand, I've seen a lot of strokes, especially kids coming out of college, they have a nice looking stroke visually. Like aesthetically, you go, oh, it's got a nice stroke. But then you look at the numbers and he's a degree off of the face angle, he cannot play golf for a living, he's not going to do well. So so when we're looking at the data, we're looking at the data that matters, right? And so there's room for idiosyncrasies in the putting stroke, but you got to do the important stuff correctly.
Take it back pretty consistently, which is
yeah, your entire stroke is really repeatable. It looks the same. And it looked like if anything, your first tendency was to point it just a little bit to the right. So any of the numbers are positive, they're to the right, and then the net negative number would be to the left. These are very small numbers, right? You're averaging under a degree. So far so good. And then we have, this is the impact alignment coming up. So I don't see this very often. This is kind of cool to see, but it is an average. It is an average.
So you need to tell me that I was perfectly square at impact.
As an average. Now
as an average.
As an average. The caveat is that you could theoretically have a guy that comes in, he's 2 degrees to the right, 2 degrees to the left, he's going to average 0.
Yeah.
Okay. But the nice thing is that we also have this score, which is the consistency score. So you're doing really well with the face, but the deviations are very small, so your consistency is very high. So if you have both of these, if you get a really good number here, and you have both of these scoring really well, you're doing great.
Man.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
What you consider very solid contact. I mean,
solid hair on the toe, but I mean, 2 millimeters off, people. Who cares? That's not enough to make me worried.
No, so exactly. So modern day putter, if this was an old bullseye, it might deflect a little bit at 2 millimeters, but we're talking about modern day putters. You could be, you know, if you get outside 6 or 7 millimeters, you're going to start to get enough deflection to have start to have an impact on the putt. But where you are 2 millimeters, it's fine. Yeah. I see a lot of pros 1 and 2 millimeters toward. And the interesting thing is that pros, I don't see pros hit it on the heel. Pros usually will hit it on the toe a little bit. Yeah. They usually tend to loop it under. That's typically their pattern. They catch it a little bit toey. Cool. About like you, maybe a smidge. Yeah. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Well, what we want to see is usually about 2 degrees of the launch angle. Ideally a little bit of topspin. Bang, bang right there. You're hitting slightly up at it. You're not hitting down at it. Your dynamic lofting, this number is smaller than your rise angle, so you're in a little topspin forehand. Oh, again, this is tour level, so I'm not, But the critical factors that I'm seeing in your stroke are what the pros do, so I wouldn't go through here saying, if you came to me, hey Nick, give me something to work on or something, I'd go, I don't see a whole lot that I want to. Yeah. The way you've got your putter set up, where you've got the crank neck hosel has a little bit of face rotation, that tends to complement what you're doing with your stroke, so you want to keep you on something like that. So a new version of that would be...
What do we got here? So we got the Toulon over here, is this correct?
Yeah, this is a Toulon. So the big difference, I think...
Odyssey wall, but we're going to go over the Toulon. And what wand do you have for me?
Well, this one here, this is called a Las Vegas H1. H1 means it has a standard crank neck hosel on it, and this comes in a variety of versions. Ooh. But because this has some toe hang, right, it means that the shaft is a little bit heelward of the center of gravity, which means this putter then is going to like to rotate as it comes through impact, which is essentially what you do. Now this is very much matching up to what you currently have, because the putter you currently have that you like is also a very good fit for you. Yeah. The difference will be that this is basically, you know, one piece of, it's a one-piece milling, right? So it's going to have a little bit different feel off the face. You've got an insert on yours. So you've got, with your insert, probably feels a little softer than this one.
Yeah,
this one
which I'll be fine with. I don't mind a firm feeling.
Yeah, it'll feel a little firmer. It might feel a little bit louder. It'll give you a little bit more feedback when you hit it off the face. But it should give you we should end up liking the feel, and it should swing the right way based on what you do with your stroke. The difference is with the metals, it's going to give you a little bit more of a click when you hit it, a little bit more sound.
I like that.
And then it's got the face is milled to try to help generate a little friction and a little bit of topspin. So, and I think that would be a pretty easy transition for you to make.
Well, I mean, hit 6 putts with it, and as a player, as a golfer, you kind of know within a couple strikes of any club. And this one, within the first 2 putts, the feel, the sound, and turn the brightness up there. This is what she's looking like. Little fang, so it's kind of similar to me. I mean, just look at it, all black. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, within a few putts, I kind of knew, and I think this is the one for me. So we're gonna get this thing dialed up, and hopefully put this in the bag here pretty soon. Well, as you can see, not in California anymore. I felt kind of bad because I kind of rushed through that putting fitting because I honestly didn't think I would make 2 videos out of it. But here we are. Here's the putter. We got the Toulon Vegas. It's pretty sick. Actually, it's really sick. But I'm gonna kind of explain why I like it, compare it to my other putter, roll a few putts, do a little better job showing off the putter. So it's gonna be quick. Don't worry, it's not gonna be too long. But yeah, here we are at Aiken Golf Club. Could roll some putts. So as you can see, here's the neck. There it is, there it is. Here we go, this is what it's looking like. It's really pretty. That's one of the things that I'm drawn to this putter is because it just looks good. Black shaft, black grip. Another thing, this grip is probably my favorite grip that I've ever laid hands on. I like the way it looks, I like the way it sounds. Actually, let's see if we can let you guys hear the sound this putter makes. And that, my friends, is how you do a very high-tech sound test. This is what I like most about this putter. Is just how it looks at setup. Look how clean, look how simple, look how good this looks. The line is perfect. It's not too big, not too small. Very easy to align. And as you see me putting it, it's just a very free-flowing. It does the kind of work for you. It doesn't wobble offline. I don't have to, you know, I need to make sure I take it outside or inside. It's just a good putter, solid. And this view, which you're watching, is my favorite view of this putter. Check out, so here's the old putter right here on the right. There's my old putter. New putter's on the left. So as you can see, very similar. There's a new putter setup, old putter setup. The hosel, a little different, but again, kind of the same. It is a lot lighter, so there's the hosel, that one. So very similar, but yeah, there's Old Faithful, and there's New. And New is a little more sleek, a little more slender, not quite as big. So I think, honestly, I like that about this putter. All right, so this is the one thing that I'm pretty excited about, the new putter, speed putting. I think the speed with the new Toulon is gonna be way better because it's a little heavier putter. And so to test that out, we got 6 golf balls here and a pin that's represented by the flat, or the rake over there. So we're gonna hit 6 putts, 3 with each, compare the distance, and see if in fact the winner is the Toulon. This one right here. Not bad. That one should be pretty good. All right, now the new putter. Oh, 1 for 1. I mean, there we go. Just like that. And yes, this little contest might have been slightly rigged, or could be rigged, but because I did go first with an old putter and I was able to calibrate with the new one. But anyway, it's a good example. Look at these balls. I really think this will be indicative of like when I play competitive golf or tournament golf or just casual. So there's my 3 old, the 3 balls with the old putter right here. Look at the 3 new ones. Look how good. I banked that one in, but still, that's what the heavier putter is good for, is there's like 40 or 50 foot putts where you don't have to use near as much effort, and the putter kind of strokes itself. So yes, it might have been slightly rigged, but again, those were 6 putts in a row, didn't take any mulligans or try to like, oh, I'm gonna intentionally hit one bad or worse. That's just how it goes. Anyway, that's a wrap for the putting video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and if you want to see more, comment down below. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and just stay tuned. We got a lot of fun stuff coming. We'll see you next time.